Alright, good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be featuring a ship you guys have been requesting for a really long time, but obviously it was still in testing. Obviously now it's not in testing anymore, it's final, so I can show it to you guys. It's the Tier 10 Dutch Destroyer, the Tromp, or some people are calling it the Trump, but it's definitely the Tromp. Here it is. This is what it looks like, of course. So, as I'm reading here, because I don't really know myself, it says Trump will be available for 38,450 doubloons and come with scaling discounts that can be purchased for free XP. Therefore, players can receive up to a 50% doubloon discount with the expenditure of 1 million free XP. Purchasing Trump during this initial period will grant a 12-point commander, but if you purchase Trump later on, you can get it for 238,000 coal. I assume later on would mean at the end of December. Normally they do it like that. So if you spend 1 million free XP, you will get a discount of 50%. So you do 38,450 division by 2. Therefore, if you want to buy it with doubloons, it'll cost you 19,225 if you use 1 million free XP. I think that's the maximum you can get as a discount, which is, I guess there it is. But then it will be available later for 238,000 coal because it is a coal ship. I think we should start off with the armor layout. So 19 millimeters everywhere. It doesn't have any armors. It's what it means. It doesn't have any armor, like improved armor. Its internals are really weird though, because it has like 30 and stuff. I don't know what it's supposed to mean, because I think it was a cruiser in real life, but as you can see, like the Groningen style doesn't have that style of like 30 millimeters inside. I think what the 30 millimeters means is if you do get spotted and there's a cruiser, he's probably gonna AP pen you because the shells can get stuck inside of you. So let's take a look at my commander build I'm going to be running. I'm running preventative maintenance, last stand, survivability expert, concealment expert, fearless brawler, adrenaline rush, and main battery and AA specialist. And I'm also running incoming fire alert, so as you can see, it's quite a gun build. And then for my equipment, I'm gonna be running main battery mod 3, which is reload mod, concealment system mod 1, prop mod 1, aiming system mod 1, engine boost mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. Alright, but taking a look at its characteristics now, of course, you guys have been asking for me to do this in port instead of in-game. So I'm going to be walking through the characteristics of the ship in port, and then we'll play a game in the Tromp. So if you want to go straight ahead to the game, you can skip it. I'll chapter the video on purpose for you guys who are needing and to just watch the game and don't care about this type of statistics. But those of you who want to watch the characteristics of the ship, you can totally just watch them, I guess. So in terms of HP, you have 28,000 HP. That's with survivability expert. So 28,000 is quite a fair amount. Guns, you have a 4.3 second reload on 13.3 kilometer guns. Well, they don't seem too crazy looking at them, but you do get a 12% fire chance, and you do pen 30, which is nice. And the range is quite limiting, I guess. 13.3 for a destroyer with no smoke. But we'll have to try it out and see if the build is okay. Torpedoes, we have 12 kilometer torps. You only get 3 per side, which isn't a lot, obviously. 3 per side, they don't do a lot of damage. They're not really good torps. But there you go, you have torps. Depth charges, 2k damage. I mean, it's kind of whatever. Airstrike, you do get airstrike on this destroyer. We'll take a look at it here in a second. AA defense doesn't seem anything too good. And for maneuverability, you do go 35.2 knots. That is with the speed flag. So as you can see, this thing is quite slow even. It is quite slow. But you do get an improved speed boost of 25%. But you only get 4 of them, and they don't last long duration, so they're very quick duration. In terms of the detection range, it's 5.9 kilometers. So you have quite decent detection for a destroyer of its HP pool. You get, of course, emergency repair, emergency engine power, so you get an improved speed boost. You don't get any heals or anything, no smoke. You get a DFA, and you get a DCP, sorry. You get airstrike, I guess. There you go. You get 12 planes in the attacking flight, which I think is that more than the... No, that's the same as the Gooden. You also get the same bomb count as the Gooden, but the damage is reduced. As you can see, 3.7k. Gooden does like 6k. You also only get 21 millimeters of pen, which means you can only pen superstructure on most things. But the dive bombers do drop faster, I believe. We'll have to check that out. Depth charges, torpedoes, and guns. Alright, so I think we should go into our game, into the Tromp. Alright, so here we are on Shatter with the Tromp, tier 10 Dutch destroyer. So I'm going to go sea flank, actually. And that's pretty much it. I'll skip to the part there so I don't have to show you the start of the game where there's nothing happening, so you don't get bored to death. Alright, so here we are, almost on the flank. Something I wanted to mention about the Tromp actually is that in real life, I believe it was a cruiser. I think 2 of them were built, I think. But yeah, I think it was a cruiser in real life. That's why it has some weird internal armor and stuff. But in-game it's obviously a destroyer, so you don't get a citadel. Alright, sir. Low mines. What are we gonna do here, sir? I'm just waiting him to shoot someone else, so he's distracted before I even think about opening up. Gonna launch some airstrike. Alright, he's clearly not shooting anyone, so I'm just gonna shoot 2-1. Can we actually hit him with bombers here? We actually did hit him for 4,000. We're gonna hit him with a second set of bombers. 2,000. Not bad. We have our 25% speed boost running, but it is a mine, so we don't really want to try to fight him too much, because he can hurt us quite a lot. And obviously, as we know, we don't have any heals, which is truly unfortunate. Something I couldn't really mention in port about the Tromp is the fact that the gun angles are really bad. They're extremely bad. Especially when kited. As you can see, this is the angle you have to give when kited, which is pretty much broadside, as you can see almost. This is the minimum angle here. And then when you're running it down, it's a bit better, the angle. But as you can see, if my guns were to rotate quick enough here so I can show you. And this is the minimum angle you have to give to shoot as well. So as you can see, the gun angles are pretty miserable on the Tromp, to be honest with you. I don't have speed boost left. I really want to fight this guy, but it's very dumb. Maybe I can hit him with the edge of the planes. Now, obviously, you could take the quicker reload airstrikes, which is totally a build you can take on this thing. But I'm not taking it right now because I just feel like on a destroyer, at least, prop mod is really, really important. On, for example, Howden Leo, I actually do not take prop mod. I take the airstrike because I actually don't mind it on Howden. But on the Tromp, I mean, it's an open water destroyer. It's something I definitely want to have on the ship, especially when gunning things down, because I feel like prop mod can become very, very useful most of the time. I don't know if we're gonna be able to kill this mines, but I'm trying my best. Obviously, we pen 30mm with our guns. These are 150mm guns. I don't think I actually mentioned that in port. I apologize for not mentioning that. But they are 150mm guns, so you can pen 30, which is quite a lot of pen. Obviously, you have cruiser pen because they're cruiser caliber guns. And we actually kill the mines here. Please, 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 before I take excess damage, please. Probably not. He's gonna smash us here. We're okay, we're okay. Oh, that's an interesting noise. I've never heard a Dutch noise like that. Let's keep pushing up, I guess. Obviously, as we know, we talked about it being extremely slow, 35 knots. Pretty horrendous speed. It's pretty bad top speed. But yeah, I mean, in terms of the look, I mean, it looks alright. I think I like the look of it quite a fair amount. It's not the best looking destroyer in the game, by no means, but it's not bad looking. Obviously, without Fearless Brawler, I mean, I have Fearless Brawler, but without it being activated, our actual damage output is pretty miserable. Let's just try output some damage here with the bombers. I tried to hit the Groningen, but I definitely missed him. But did we hit the Ruprecht? Hit him with 5 bombers, 4k damage. Do we have radar for the DD? I could probably kill it. Probably not. Let's just try to open water a bit here. Obviously, we have to deal with the Rupreich secondaries, which will be super unfortunate for us to deal with. We are a huge ship. With speed boost, we go 43 knots, so it's not actually that fast with speed boost, even though it's quite a big speed boost percentage. So, I don't know, it just doesn't feel too special to me. The torps are horrible. You only get 3 per side. The guns are okay. I think the guns are actually okay. They're not too bad. The shell travel time is really fast. They feel like Ragnar guns with just slower reload, to be honest. And you get 3 instead of 2 guns or whatever. You get 6 guns instead of 4, basically. And you also get the airstrike. You get really good concealment, I guess. But I do feel like, obviously, Ragnar is a better ship. But Ragnar is a steel ship, so... Still, I mean... Now, the problem with fighting Groningans here, unlike Ragnar, is we don't have armor to deal with the Groningen. And so, if he does actually hit us, he is going to do full damage to us. Which is quite unfortunate. He did end up dying, which is nice for us. I think we should try make an attempt to go dark, maybe. I really want to just chase the Tirpitz and kill the Rupreich, so we have a chance at winning this game. Killing the Rupreich here, 3k HP, should be a free kill. We'll see. He's 4k, he's healing, so it's not gonna be easy. I just don't see how we're gonna do enough pressure or apply enough pressure here to win the game for the team. I don't see where we're gonna have to apply it. We can try kill the Alaska, I guess. Oh, Ruprecht's really low. We do need spotting. Obviously, that should be my task, but I can't output damage and spot at the same time on some of these ships because I am big and dumb. Basically, a big brick with no armor at all. Also, look how slow we're moving, guys. This is incredible. Big brick. Basically a cruiser without a citadel, but the DPM on it, I mean, I just don't feel like it feels special enough. But this is what happens, right? This is what happens when we have to be okay with having airstrikes, right? We have to suffer everything else on the ship. Almost. I don't think it suffers too much. I mean, the top speed is horrible, guys. The torps are non-existent, basically. Okay, they exist. They're there. They're not good torps. Kill the Alaska with airstrikes. Pretty good. Now we're gonna output some damage on the Tirpitz. We should be okay, actually, fighting the Tirpitz. I want a speed boost so I don't have to deal with the secondaries too badly. Get behind him. We could kill the Tirpitz here. We could actually output quite a fair amount of damage. Like fire. I think the fire chance is actually pretty good on this as well. 12%. That's with flags. Double fire. We do need to step onto B with our Soyuz and stuff. He will move towards B, so it's not too bad. Oh, there's a Hipper here. Not too good for me. Tirpitz DCP, so we're gonna try to output some more damage. I think you could potentially take AFT on this, to be honest. I was just thinking about it, actually. Because 13.3 kilometer range is actually quite good. For tier 10, actually, it's not bad. For stock range, but... the fact that it only has gunboat characteristics, and it doesn't have really good maneuverability at all, and it doesn't have armor at all, I feel like maybe AFT could be quite useful on it. I'm still thinking about it, actually. As you can see, in a match like this, I feel like we're okay. I want to kill that Hipper. But the problem is our speed boost is gonna run out. And sadly, we didn't set a permafire on that Tirpitz, even though we really wanted to. We really needed to, really and truly. I don't want to even attempt to kill it, because we're not going to kill it without that. There. Motorversterking. Yes, motorversterking is back on the second ship. This is the second ship in Wales with a motorversterking. Okay, this is a problem. This is quite an issue, but he's gonna have to deal with the Buffalo. He's broadside, full broadside to a Buffalo. He's gonna have to deal with the Buffalo. He can't just deal with me here. I'm gonna try attempt to help kill the Hipper with the Buffalo. Oh my god, Buffalo smashed him with citadels. Now, I'm actually gonna skip this part because it's gonna take me forever to reach the enemy team, but when I do, I will skip to that part. Okay, here we are. Tirpitz. Oh my gosh. Tirpitz in range. I can't shoot the gearing. I really want to. He's 600 HP. He's gonna reverse into me. Watch. There's a actually gonna try out with some damage here on this gearing. Maybe I can hit him. Nah, he's not gonna reverse enough. Maybe we can airstrike him, actually. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely airstruck him here, actually. He's dead. No way he lives. Yep, definitely dead. Should have saved an airstrike on the Tirpids, though. I have to say, these bombers do feel way more comfortable than good and Lu bombers to hit, because, well, the timer is quicker. As you can see, the bombs are dropping pretty much instantly. It feels way easier to drop the bombers than it does on Houden or Howden. Honestly, maybe prop mod isn't worth. I don't think AFT is worth, actually. I'm just thinking of it, man. There's some potential with this ship. There's some different builds you can run. But I'm gonna try to get a bomber strike on this one. We have to kill that Hipper, or we lose. We have to kill the Tirpids also. And the Izumo. And the Haaland. Well, we have to kill everyone to win the game. It's the only way. Tirpids DCP lost 15 seconds. Sadly, we're not going to be able to set permas. Tirpids DCP. I mean, there's always potential to win this match. I mean, we still have a mines. 2 mines is actually. And a buffalo. Enough range to fight the Tirpids. We do. Let's try to get that permafire and the Tirpids we talked about just seconds ago. Come on. We need the fires. We need the damage. We need to win the game. Fire. Double fire, permanent. Not bad, not bad. Motor versterking. Tirpids is down to 5k HP. Let's hope we can finish him off with our team. Maybe our team can finish him off, which would be good also. Do we hit the Izumo? Dude, these airstrikes are so easy to hit, guys. Now, you obviously have the biggest downside with the airstrike. The fact that you can't pen as much as Howden Leo. Because, well, you're obviously don't have enough pen. You have 21mm pen, I think, or 23? 21. And 21mm pen. But that's not the point of the airstrike on this thing. Unlike Howden... Actually, Howden, I mean, does both, actually. It pens and does fire damage. On this one, you can actually... I mean, it's pretty much just a fire setter airstrike, basically. But combined with the main guns, the fire chance is actually not too bad. You can actually output quite a lot of fires. The issue, obviously, being the ship is giga slow. Giga slow. We actually still did 7,000 damage there. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Our mines needs to come back. Our mines definitely needs to come back. But we'll definitely win if he comes back, that's all. Oh? Are these ships all trolling? What's happening right now? How am I on soon 7 kills, bro? The enemy team's trolling, bro. Can't the Haaland just walk away, cap C, and win the game? No way. Okay, that was a pretty lucky game, to be fair. That was a pretty lucky game. But anyway, let's talk about the score from the Tromp, I guess. So, we ended up getting 148,000 damage, 276 shell hits, 108 bomb hits, 7 kills, 16 fires, and 2 spotted ribbons. We got a Kraken Unleashed and a First Blood. Team score, we got top of the team, 1945 base XP, 1945, so it's pretty much 0 base XP, honestly, even though we got 7 kills. As you can see, we did quite a fair amount of damage to each ships, well, except the Gearing, the Hipper, and the Haaland. But the Gearing we had to kill with the bombers. The Haaland, he was low at the end. Hipper, we just tried to kill. And these things we got to end up farming. We took 18k damage ourselves. That's pretty much it. We don't have much potential. As you can see, this thing can get hit really easily. So I think the best way to play it is try to play it behind rocks. But obviously the arcs don't really allow you to do that too easily. And we just got complimented 100,000 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 compliments for our game. Alright, so here we are on game 2 on the same exact map. Actually, this time we spawned on the opposite side though. Triple Takahashi on the enemy team, which could be really bad if they spawn on our flank. Even though Takahashi I don't think is a wonderful ship at all. I think it's actually pretty miserable. Like Yodo. Against us, we're a big target, we're easy to hit. Might be pretty bad for us. Something actually I noticed here on Wikipedia, it says they are destroyer leaders. But when you do Tromp class, they are designated as cruisers. But I actually don't even know what it is. I think it's a cruiser. But here it says it's a destroyer leader. So if any of you in the comments know what it is, please do let me know. But like I said in the previous game, I'm gonna skip the start here, so, you know, well, we can actually play the game. Alright, so there's a Montana here, pretty good. Now, I heard a rumor that divisions do spawn the middle of the map, but I don't know if that's real. That's something Bison told me. Divisions spawn middle of the map, I think. Okay, Takahashis are going to the other side of the map, so this game might be playable. So I'm gonna actually speed boost right instantly out of the gate. Motor versterking. I'm actually gonna launch a airstrike right there. I don't think we're actually gonna hit him. Might be a hit on the edge. Put him a bit on the edge. Oh no, the Takahashi is here. They split up, guys. They're smart. They split up. They probably, one of them probably actually went B also. So the reason I don't really want to fight the Takahashi as well, even though like I said, I don't think they're like good as a ship. It's just a lot of shells for us to deal with, and if he hits like a salvo, he can actually do quite a lot of damage to us. So it's not really something we want to mess around with, even though I don't really value the threat of the Takahashi as much as, I don't know, for example, something else. Let's try turn around here. Nothing really much we can do at this point. We actually had 10 bombs on the Montana, keep in mind. Airstrike this guy. He's definitely gonna move out of that bomber range. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds. No way. No way he gets hit at this point. But the goal is maybe he slows down. I mean, he's running it down at this point, like full speed ahead. So maybe we just airstrike him once again here, so we force him to keep on moving, and we'll get shots on him here, actually. This could be pretty good strategically. Nah, I could be coping, guys, but it could be good. I mean, oh well, if we see him, it's good. Clearly don't see him. Okay, we see him? No, we don't see him. I don't know how we don't see him, actually. He just went dark, I guess. Giga-chan? Who shot me? I had AFA proc. Oh, hello, welcome back. Oh, Ruprecht shot me. He smashed me. Oh my god, he smashed me. What? That guy got a one shot, bro. But these guys will kill me in the Takahashis, bro. They do want my hate and my health. They want to kill me, it seems. What's shooting me? It's Ruprecht again, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, he's gonna step on the bombers. Boom, boom, boom. 0 damage, 4.8k. I mean, 4.8k is better than nothing, I guess. This Ruprecht is smashing into me, guys. It's hurting quite a lot, actually. We don't have speed boosts right now. We're trying to open water with no speed boost, which is super overconfident, but I want to try this. I want to try this, because I want to see how effective it is. There's a Shima on our spawn. Let's actually switch focus to that instead of the Takahashi. Now, obviously, there's an alternate playstyle. You can try play this thing. Play super aggressive behind islands and try to airstrike things. But, I mean, I try to implement the guns as much as possible, especially since these guns are actually pretty alright. They're actually pretty usable guns, to be honest, so I do want to try implement them as much as possible into the playstyle. Is he actually gonna run into that 3, 2, 1, come on. 1, 1, 1, come on. Anything. 2.4k. If I'm actually getting quite better at these airstrikes, I could actually do quite well with these. And they are way easier to hit than the Good and Lu airstrike, because, well, even though they are smaller, the time to drop is way quicker. 11 seconds instead of 14 seconds. So that's a 3-second advantage you have. Obviously, I believe you do drop less bombs, but the square is also smaller, so... In terms of bomb per square centimeter, I don't know if it's more or less. But, yeah. I'm gonna go try to get into A. and contest, because we do have 5.9 detection, so we need to try to be abusing this concealment, because the concealment is really good. And maybe whilst we're really close, we can try airstrike something. Now, we are losing the game quite heavily this time. Last game, we weren't really losing. This one, we're quite losing it heavily, one might say. But let's try contest the cap, maybe start gaining some points so we don't just flat out lose. But we'll see. We are gonna contest any second now. Sorry, this thing is so slow, guys. I'm sure I've told you this a million times, but I have to keep reminding you how slow this thing is. It's ridiculous. 35 knots, man. Obviously, you have your speed boost. Come on. Okay, these are rope rag torps. Pretty good predict on me, actually. I'm gonna try speed boost. Get out of here, dude. I was gonna die if I didn't use speed boost. They are slow torps, but it doesn't matter. Now, here, this could be an engagement here, because, well, the fact is, we are dark, and we're able to use airstrikes, obviously, which is super nice. Okay, we're spotting that. Let's see if we can try set some fires on this Montana. That's my life goal right now. First cap, then try to set some fires on the Montana. He's gonna be launching fighter plane, but that really and truly does not matter. 3, 2, 1. Fires. There's just one fire. Let's let it burn for a bit. I'm sure he'll DCP that because he'll get bored burning. Sadly, we did have to waste a speed boost here. It's quite unfortunate, but if we didn't do that, we would have taken the torpedo from the rope ranked. Montana's still burning, which is super nice, but sadly, we are losing everyone on our team. We're gonna have a few seconds of speed boost left. Torpedoes in 7 seconds. Oh god, a lot of damage there. I believe the ballistics are very similar to Ragnar ballistics, so you can definitely spec into AFT if you want. I definitely play AFT Ragnar, so if it's possible on Ragnar, it's definitely possible on this. We're just trying to kill the Montana before the game ends. Everyone's trying to die very quickly on our team, it seems. We are trying to kill this Montana as quickly as possible. I don't know if anyone's at risk of death. Not really at this point. The Buki is going broadside to something. I think rope rikes in B, actually. Maybe not, but always possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hit. Double fire permanent and a flood permanent. He's gonna he's gonna get fucked really quickly here, actually. He's dead. Alright, let's turn around. We need to start playing the game quickly. I mean, we are losing drastically at this point. Pretty miserably, one might say. We were actually gonna smash that Montana if he didn't turn broadside there, because to our battleships, because obviously we'd had double fire burning and stuff, but it's okay. We're at 132. We have to go kill those Takahashis, actually, at this point. Oh, there's one. Speaking of which... Oh, we don't have much time. And I'm super easy to hit with these Takahashi, so I might die. Oh, there's 2 of them. The other one turned back. Unfortunate. Maybe our Vermont could smash the Takahashi? Just a tiny bit. Speed boost in 10 seconds, that's when we're kind of gonna have a chance to live. Right now we have 0 chance of survival. 5 seconds. Takes so much damage in the open. We'll get our speed boost off. Oh, there, King. No, I'm taking too much damage. Way too much damage. It's too easy to eat damage with this thing. Way too easy, and we're getting set on fire because apparently they have 100% fire chance. Well, one of them's dead, I guess. Don't kill me. We're fine. 10 seconds till DCP. Probably won't live after the DCP is done even. But, trying to spam the DCP, man. Well, at this point, I really don't know what we're gonna do. We're 1.8k HP left. It's pretty much over, I would say. I think this is a loss. We take the L. We definitely take the L here. GG go next, maybe. Well, there's no next, obviously. I would play 3 games in one video, but I think that would be a really long video for you guys. So, I'll just cover 2 games like normal on the reviews. Sadly, our speed boost is gonna run out when the Takahashi gets spotted again. But we do have airstrike capabilities. We have 2 airstrikes remaining. 1. No, he's going way too fast for that one. Also, he's turning in, it seems. In the Lucht. Alright, he definitely dodged both airstrikes here. Quite unfortunate, quite. So what we're gonna do is try to get behind this island and shoot this guy. That's an attempt. We're gonna wait for him to shoot one more time because his reload's really bad. Just need him to shoot one more time. There it is. Now we can play a bit. Okay, instantly switch to me because I'm low. But we should be able to finish him off here. Not ourselves, obviously, but our teammates. We also have one more airstrike just in case. I think the Vermont's gonna one-shot him. Nope. In the Lucht. Alright, we get the Takahashi kill, second Takahashi. The game is, I assure you, the game is over. We're just kind of like scratching the surface, I guess, of trying to keep it as close as possible to extend game time, see what we can do. But I can assure you we definitely lose this game because of their map control right now. How do we contest B with a Sherman Smaland in the game? We can't even go back to our spawn ourselves because there's a Smaland. We'll literally die instantly. What I can do myself is maybe I can go pick a fight with the Alsace. But as you know, my speed is really slow. So it might take us 10 years to actually get to the Alsace. So I'm actually going to skip this part to see if we can actually get to the Alsace. If I don't, well, you'll see the score screen. Oh! There's the Alsace, actually. It came up quite quickly onto the visual render range here. We should be able to shoot Dark here, which would be really satisfying for us, because we can output some damage on this Alsace for free. Yep, we're definitely shooting Dark, which is super nice. By that I mean we're invisible, obviously. We're non-detected, not detected. Now, obviously this is really good range for us to fight this ship. But sadly, we're not in range of the ASW, so we might not actually output too much damage because of that. But let's try to get as much damage as we can with the guns, I guess. Our Seattle just got one-shot by a Shikishima. Okay. Well, 2 ships just died instantly. It's a bit unfortunate. It is what it is, though. If Alsace DCPs, I have a plan. Try to output the ASW hits. What else? Confederate? No Wither, I'm surprised of actually. I guess we're not burning things that much this match. Alright, last hope. So we have 1 minute left, so I'm gonna try to get the ASWs off and try to not die if possible. We got another fire. I'm pretty sure he has DCP at this point, dude. He has triple fire. He's still burning. Look at the ticks. Look at the damage ticks right now because of all those fires. And just try to stay dark and try to use these ASWs. Obviously the game is over. But I do want to get some slice of damage here before the game ends, if possible. In the Lucht, in the Lucht. Sorry guys, I know you Dutch people, whoever's Dutch in the comments, hates the Dutch lingo they use for the commanders, but I actually quite like it. I don't know. He's very funny. Double fire on this guy, he's burning. I'm just gonna let him burn. 20 seconds left in the game, we got a Wither. I could be seen as an asshole, obviously extending game time, but I mean, it doesn't matter, guys. We're gonna lose anyway. We just want our extra damage if possible. Sadly, he did DCP right at the end, so GG. We got 197, so that's not too bad. Let's take a look at the score. So we ended up doing 197,000 damage, 257 shell hits, 1 torp hit, 76 bomb hits, 2 kills, 16 fires, a solo cap, and we got Confederate, Wither, and High Caliber on the Tromp. Team score, we ended up getting top of the team, 1.4k base XP. We definitely tried our best. Detailed report, as you can see, we outputted damage on quite a fair amount of ships here. Z46, Shima, Montana, Alsace. Alsace we got a lot of fire damage on at the end. Sadly, he DCP'd right at the end, and we could have gotten 200k damage, but it's okay. Got 38k on one of the Takahashis, and 15k on the other one. We took ourselves 26,000 damage, so basically all our HP. We lost 14 bombers. As you can see, we only had 600k potential. Like I said, we're going to take a lot of damage that game. But as you can see, most of the damage comes from HE. You can actually do quite a fair amount of damage with the AP as well, but I tend to get a lot of overpens, especially on broadside cruisers at various ranges, so I prefer using the HE, especially since it pens 30 millimeters. So, for my captain build, once again, I want to show it to you. What I'm running is, right now I'm running Preventative Maintenance, Last Stand, Survivability Expert, Concealment Expert, Fearless Brawler, Adrenaline Rush, and Main Battery A Specialist and Incoming Fire Alert. And then for equipment, I'm running Main Battery Mod 3, Concealment System Mod 1, Prop Mod 1, Aiming System Mod 1, Engine Boost Mod 1, and Main Armaments Mod 1. An alternate build you can run is definitely take the Airstrike Mod 1 instead of Prop Mod if you don't expect to playing open water as much, if you want to play behind islands and try to airstrike more. If you want to get your airstrike off more than I am, definitely use this one. But if you want to play open water like I've been playing, you definitely need the Prop Mod or you're going to die instantly. Another thing you could probably take, maybe, is Superintendent, because you get that extra speed boost so you can spam them out a bit more. I wouldn't really get much anything else, to be honest. Maybe 10% consumable enhancements instead of something else. But I wouldn't really trade out much of what you have right now, to be honest. But yeah, maybe also another thing you could take is AFT, or Main Battery and A Expert, which is extra 20% of your gun range. So that could be pretty good. So once again, I just want to mention what this ship is available for. So I'm going to reread what I have here. So basically, the ship will be available for 38,450 doubloons, but it will come along with a scaling discount that can be used with free XP. Therefore, players can receive up to a 50% doubloon discount with expenditure of up to 1 million free XP. So if you use 1 million free XP that you have in your port right now, for example, I have 7 million. If I use 1 million free XP, I get a 50% discount from 38,450 doubloons, which will take it down to, if you do 38,450 division by 2, that's 19,225 doubloons if you use 1 million free XP. Or if you wait a bit, and I don't know when, it says at a later date, I'll tell you obviously in a future video potentially, or just make an announcement about it. It will be available for 238,000 coal. If you are willing to wait, I would obviously be willing to wait if you want to get it for free if you have enough coal. Now, that leads me on to, do I actually recommend the Tromp? Which I have to say, I think it's okay at best. I think it's actually pretty decent. Obviously, as we know, in the original dev blog, we had it written as, the original dev blog we had for this ship, me and Bison talked about it on the podcast. It looked like probably one of the worst, if not the worst ship in initial stage testing we've ever seen in human history in this game. It was really horrible. Like, it had nothing going for it. The speed boost was a normal speed boost. It didn't have DFA. The gun reload was like 7 seconds or something. It was really, really bad. But obviously, they buffed it, they tweaked it, they buffed the guns. I believe they buffed the speed boost, they gave it DFA, which, the DFA is kind of extra. I think they might have buffed the concealment, maybe. Obviously, there's these changes that went through, and here's the final version, which I'm speaking of. Is it good? It's alright, I think. I wouldn't compare it to something like, well, comparing it to Ragnar even. Let's compare it to Ragnar, I guess. Obviously, Ragnar is a better ship. I think Ragnar is more consistent in terms of damage farming. I think Ragnar can be also pretty fun, but actually I also think this could be more fun than Ragnar in a way, because Ragnar is very one-dimensional in its playstyle, if you know what I mean. It's a gunboat. I love gunboats. I love it. I average 150,000, I believe, in Ragnar. So Ragnar's obviously overpowered. It's a very strong ship in WoWs. It's definitely a really, really strong ship in WoWs. If I can find my Ragnar here, 75% win rate, 77 games, 150k average damage. It's a pretty good ship. I think this one can be slightly a bit more fun because it has more things you can use, more tools. You have the torps, you have the actual airstrike, which could be pretty fun. The guns are actually all right. It's very comparable to Ragnar guns. Obviously the reload is worse, but the pen is there, and the aiming time is probably also there, similar. I don't have AFT, like I said, but you could definitely rerun it with AFT. Another thing you could compare it to is all the other coal destroyers, because that's what you're competing with, I guess. Marceau, Sherman, and Alvaro. Obviously, Sherman and Alvaro have smoke. Marceau doesn't. In terms of gunboating ability, I think Marceau is obviously better. I think this one can be quite fun though. Even though I'm saying all of these things, for a newer player or a less experienced player, I definitely do not recommend getting the Tromp. It's quite a hard ship to play, to be honest, due to the fact that, well, it's extremely slow. It's huge. It has a lot of HP, but it has no armor, and it's extremely slow. So if you're an average or something normal player, you're probably not going to have a good time in this thing, because it's very hard to play for, well, your caliber of player. But if you're quite an experienced player, you can actually do quite decently, I think, with the ship. Obviously, it's not a damage farmer galore ship. It doesn't feel like that. But it's okay, I guess. You can do quite okay with it. Keep in mind, you are going to take a lot of damage. So, do I recommend it? For an average player, I don't think so. For an experienced player, I mean, why not? Probably experienced player has a lot of coal in their bank, so why not just get it, I guess, for coal. But if you don't have a lot of coal, well, there's obviously alternate things to pick. For example, for coal, and I'm just going to compare the tier 10 DDs. You can get all of these. There's also Khabarovsk, I forgot to mention, for coal at tier 10, actually. I think also Khabarovsk is great, but yeah. I'm obviously not selling this ship pretty well, but I mean, that's not my role here. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's just not a ship I would recommend to an average player. That's kind of the truth of it. But obviously an experienced player could do quite okay with it, like I said. The good concealment and airstrike potential, if you know how to aim your airstrikes, and the decent gun power is pretty alright. Obviously you have mediocre torps, so if you're trying to get this thing as a torp boat, definitely do not. That's pretty much it. And the speed is really bad. So if you're really uncomfortable with slow destroyers, do not get this ship. That's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Please let me know if I missed something in the comments. Please try to not be too rude with me in the comments. I know you guys have been getting a lot better with being nice to me, at least, in terms of feedback. I have been trying to implement some of the feedback you guys have been talking about, such as showing the characteristics before the matches instead of in the matches. But that's pretty much it. If you have any feedback on how I can improve my content here in these types of videos, everything really, let me know, please, in the comments below. And if you want to get a ship featured, for example, a ship in the Fresh Look series or the Tech Trials or the Thought Process videos, please do let me know in the comments below. And obviously, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please do leave a like and a comment, or just share the video. I would really appreciate it. But I'll see you in the next video. Big fan, guys.